Yeah. We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little brothers. Let's get the day rolling. Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound. Okay, then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. What? Then I look so young. So I look like one of them. As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context.
What more context do we need? The stuff that you said was absolutely disgusting. This year, professionalism has been under fire because social media content creation and professional jobs and careers have met each other heads up as people tried to make more money online because, you know, the economy is doing what it does. They see what social media fame does, etc., etc. But for some reason, none of these people can do it right. This is the fourth teacher that we've covered on this channel, and by far, this has to be the worst. Meet the studstitute. Yes, a substitute who is a stud that is saying some of the most disgusting things while it is her first day substituting at a school.
We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little brothers. Let's get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought? Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
This is so weird. That's so weird.
Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't have to do too much, man. To be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher.
Just off bat, there's so many things wrong with this. First of all, your breakfast includes a share size of sour Skittles, arguably the worst Skittle. I'm not gonna lie, if I had to do a Skittle ranking, first of all, the blue pack would come up front, the red pack would be the next, the original, and then sour Skittles probably wouldn't even be on the list. I know you got mad cavities if you're eating that many sour Skittles. Second of all, in the first clip, we see that she gets off on somebody saying that she looks younger than what she is, that she looks like a student. And this is what we talked about where other videos in these past, these teachers are dressing a certain way or trying to have this certain type of appeal to students. They are trying to blend in. They have arrested development, trying to be just like these students. And trust me, it's not because her size, it's because literally she's wearing what a student would wear, trying to appeal to the students at the school. And that last comment of, I let my students do whatever they want, I'm not even going to address that. Now, after a quick photo shoot / content creation session where it's clear that she doesn't need to be teaching because she can't even get time right. I mean, I've never heard of 12:25 a.m. or 12:55 a.m. We go into what has to be arguably the worst portion of this video where she says something sexual about a student. Get me up out of here. This is a nasty ass comment.
Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young. I look like one of them. Appreciate it.
My greatest fear was just unlocked with that one. Imagine minding your own business, being a student at a pep rally, looking from left to right as you're just going down the hallway cheering, and somebody's recording you later on to just caption and overlay with their voice something totally inappropriate, something that had nothing to do with anything. It's like those gym videos where people are innocently working out, and then later on you see the caption of, look at this guy stare at my ass, when I was just not trying to die off the machine I was on. But this is a very sexualized comment. What even possesses you to go through that type of mind state about children? And those are clearly children in this clip.
That substitute teacher that was fired on her first day was not ready to step foot in no classroom. Getting told that you look like one of the students is not the compliment that you thought it was. They were saying that you look childish. It wasn't giving professionalism, is what they're saying. Why are we wearing big chains to go sub a classroom? Are you coming to teach or are you coming to impress? And can we talk about the damn shorty? Who's the shorty? Not that child that you were recording, that you should have never been recording in the first place. True. There's no way. And then you follow it up with sheesh. Truthfully, if you never ended up back into a classroom again, I wouldn't be upset. And lastly, I understand everybody wants to be a content creator, but we have to understand there's time and there's place. Recording like that on your first day is crazy work. Recording yourself putting your feet up on this teacher's desk is also crazy work. Recording the students, also crazy work.
And to that stud that got fired as a substitute teacher that's on here acting confused about why she got fired, you need to be thankful that all they did was fire you. Because they needed to call them people and have you added to that list. Talking about some sheesh. Let me get out of here before one of these kids get me in trouble. As you're recording a child's body as they're walking by. Like, is you cool? And then you talk about, oh, it was my first day. I didn't know I could record the kids. Well, did you know that you couldn't speak inappropriately of them? Like, at the very least.
Now, there's a lot of reasons why people want to get into content creation, whether it be due to the fame, whether it be due to the money, whether it be because this is something they've always been quote unquote passionate about. I believe that social media and the ability to be online and exist is for everybody, but that doesn't mean that everybody should be doing it all the time and taking every single moment that they make in their lives and putting it for the internet to see, especially because some people just aren't careful or meticulous or give a rat's ass about all the backlash, ramifications, and just the nastiness that they are doing. And this honestly goes beyond social media in her extent, like whether she was off social media or not. I'm pretty sure she would be dressing like this trying to impress some damn kids, but just the fact that she has social media boosting her head and her ego adds another complex layer behind all this stuff. Now, unlike the other teachers that we talked about on this platform, being Teacher Bay or the coolest teacher in Atlanta, this teacher actually did get fired, and rightfully so.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context. I'm a content creator. I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that everything you see is not what you get. Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. Aside from the body camera that was already recording, everything else was recorded when I was alone. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it. I truly would have honestly recorded myself if I knew it was an issue with recording students. I went on TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I am by far no predator or anything close to it. That is insane for it even to be put onto me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth. Like, honestly, and I was enjoying it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've been receiving an awful amount of hate. I feel like it was necessary for me to clear my name up. I truly do apologize for how it may seem, but my slang and terminology is much different than yours. But none of the kids knew they were being recorded at any point. And I do apologize for this once again. I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited.
You walking into school with a body cam is really, really crazy to me. I can't get over that. Maybe this makes me an L creator and I just, lack creator sense, but I've never thought that it was just okay to record random people. Sure, if somebody was in my camera view while I'm doing some sort of vlog in the background or whatever, then yeah, I'm not thinking I should ask this person, etc., etc. But even if I get some careful glimpses of things like children in the background, I'm most likely going to cut that out or at least blur a face. But you were doing something different. Your full-on intention was to record these kids. I hope she means iPhone. Your full intention was to aim this camera at these kids. How do you think that non-consenting minors with no parental permission were okay and free game to record for your various needs of content creation? Especially for you to make conversation like, sheesh, damn, they gonna get me out of here. What slang is that? I need to really understand what slang that is. I need a Memphisologist to explain to me what kind of math that is. Now, because she does get fired, she does the whole Gen Z, Gen Alpha route of creating a GoFundMe in order to get funds. And I know somebody's gonna be sympathetic and donate to her. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. You make your own decisions. But this is not what GoFundMe has been used for historically, and I don't think that it should be used for situations like this. If you were in a situation in which you could have, avoided being fired for doing nasty things that can definitely be deemed as predatory, you shouldn't be able to beg for money on the internet. Like, people shouldn't donate you. People shouldn't want to donate to you. You made your bed, you have to lay in it.
A lot of people keep on saying, get her from around the kids, keep her from around the kids. Man, I'm actually a great person to have around your kids. You get what I'm saying? Great mentor. Head always been on straight. Never been a loose screw. You get what I'm saying? Do not let the tattoos fool you. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all clearly mischaracterizing me. Young adult, went to college, played ball, active sports. Grades always been A1. Like, what y'all saying don't fit me, baby. I see how it may come across, but I'm not that freaky to be sitting up talking about kids like that. Like, genuinely, like, it's just sick. I'm not an over-sexualized person. Like, I don't even do that with adults. I'm not going to do that with kids, and let alone put that on my platforms. If my intentions were sick like that, why would I broadcast it across my page when I know I'm a content creator? That really don't make sense.
You gonna explain?
It's like y'all think people don't make mistakes. I did not know, because why would I post it if I knew that I couldn't post kids? Regardless of the situation, my intentions were never bad, genuinely. Like, nothing inappropriately crossed my mind, like, at all. I'm not that type of person.
No explanation. That's cool, but I'll even take you from where you are. Let's say those intentions weren't to sexualize those kids. Okay, fine. The optics of what you put out was very, very bad. Not only were you sexualizing those kids optically, you were also sagging in school, putting your feet up on the desk, incorrectly showing the time on the clock. I don't know. Nothing about what I saw screams, I want them around my kids at all. And that's even me turning down my prudeness level for teaching. Now, the most interesting thing about her and her situation is that usually when people get into trouble on social media, the fans, the audiences, and everyone else does a TikTok deep dive on you. And if your TikTok card, if your social media card is not squeaky clean, then guess what? They're gonna come after you in every way, shape, form, or fashion. Substitute teaching wasn't her full-time job. She had another full-time job as a DSP, and I'll explain that in a minute. But she sends out another video as to how she got fired from that job based off of this specific incident. And I'm not gonna lie, I think she should have got fired from that job too.
The consistent backlash and posting, I have not only lost that job, but I've lost my main job as a DSP, direct support professional. My main job is down the drain. That is sick. I've lost not only one job, but 2 jobs to this situation. Consistent backlash is sick.
A DSP, or a direct support professional, is somebody who deals with individuals who have intellectual or physical disabilities, the handicapable. That means they might go to their house, go to the grocery store with them, caregive for them, wipe them, clean them, all these different things like that. It's a pretty wide spectrum. So let me get this straight. You are in a situation where you are subbing for kids and you're making TikToks about them. And then also you're in the caregiving position for very vulnerable people who oftentimes get taken advantage of. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You may be this great mentor that you say you are, but this is not the optics, imagery, and stuff that wants to be put out from anybody who is in these professional type situations. And it's not just because people saw that TikTok of you at school and you can't count time and stuff like that. It's because they also know that you tried to reach out to that family via social media that you had on camera, and they also know that you've been connecting with the kids via social media.
Not only that, but you are seeking out these kids and their families so you can personally speak to them. That has got to be the most predatory response I have ever seen in my life. Again, as a mother, putting myself in that situation, if you step to me, baby, we gonna be tussling. Do not reach out to those folks.
Now, why that matters, if she's just making TikTok teacher content, it probably doesn't. But just like everybody else, she does get ready with me content. And her get ready with me content, yeah.
And another thing, you said some of them kids knew you from following you on social media. So why the fuck is you on social media with your motherfucking dick out?
I think my case is rested. You're reaching out to these kids to have them follow you on social media, trying to pursue some outside relationship. And I've given as much grace as possible. But these are the things that you post on your social media. That's what you want to portray to the world. I promise you, maybe we need to go through some professionalism course overload, because this is way too much at this point. I honestly cannot justify any sort of defense for this teacher, but a lot of other teachers should learn from her. Hell, a lot of professionals should learn from her. The idea that you want to create this social media life for yourself is okay, with caveat, with limitation. I can at least acknowledge that the teacher in the whole Hello Kitty situation did not show any students. She did not talk about any students. She didn't name any specific student. But because we let all these other teachers slide and have this slippery slope, it ultimately leads to this hill where teachers think that it's okay to have a dick out on social media. Yeah, it's the worst teacher I've seen this year.